If you've ever started learning Python, you have absolutely run into this guy, the dreaded syntax error. Ugh, it's so frustrating, right? Especially when it pops up for something that seems as basic as a string of text. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most common syntax errors out there, so you can spend way less time debugging and a lot more time actually coding.
So take a look at this. Message equals Python's course. Seems totally fine, doesn't it? I mean, we're just trying to assign some text to a variable. But if you hit run on this, Python just throws its hands up and crashes. Why? To us, it looks perfect. But to the Python interpreter, which takes everything super literally, something is very, very wrong here. Let's figure out what it is.
All right, let's play detective for a minute. It turns out there are usually three main culprits behind these string syntax errors. We're going to hunt them down one by one so you'll know exactly what to look for next time.
Okay, our first suspect is probably the most obvious one, the missing quote. You can see it right here. You start your string with a double quote, you type out hello Python, and then you just forget to close it. To Python, this is a huge problem. It gets to the end of the line and it's like, hey, where does this string end? I'm lost! It's a super easy mistake to make, but thankfully it's also a really easy one to fix. Just pop that matching quote on the end and you're good to go.
Now for culprit number 2, the sneaky apostrophe. And hey, this brings us right back to our original mystery. See, when you start the string with a single quote like we did in Python's course, Python sees that apostrophe in Python's and thinks, aha, that's the end of the string. So everything after that, the S and the space and course, that's all just confusing gibberish to the computer. The simple fix? If your string has an apostrophe in it, just wrap the whole thing in double quotes instead. Problem solved.
And our final culprit, number 3, is the mismatched pair. This is when you start with one kind of quote, say, a double quote, but then you try to end it with a different kind, like a single quote. Now, you and I can look at that and know exactly what was intended. But Python? Nope. It's super literal. It's looking for the exact same type of quote to close the string. So the lesson here is simple. Consistency is absolutely key.
So, we've unmasked our 3 main troublemakers: a missing quote, that sneaky apostrophe, and a mismatched pair. But what if I told you there was one single golden rule that, if you just remember it, will stop all 3 of these errors before they even happen?
After looking at all these little traps, it might feel like a lot to keep in your head, but honestly, it all boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful idea. Ready for it? And here it is. This is the whole secret. Always match opening and closing quotes properly. It sounds so simple, almost too simple, right? But this one little piece of advice is the key to everything. It's the core principle that solves all the problems we just looked at.
Think about it. This one rule just handles everything. By focusing on matching your quotes, you automatically remember to add a closing one. It forces you to think for a second about what's inside your string, so you'll naturally use double quotes if there's an apostrophe. And of course, it makes you use the same type of quote at the beginning and the end. It's like the perfect all-in-one solution for all 3 of our culprits.
So there you have it. You can see how just understanding one core principle can save you from a whole bunch of different headaches. When you get the why behind a syntax error, you're not just fixing a bug, you're actually becoming a smarter, better programmer. So, with that mystery solved, what's another common coding error you'd like us to tackle next? Let us know. Keep learning, keep coding, and we'll catch you on the next one.